Lafayette, where there's breaking news this morning. 3 people are dead and 9 others wounded. NBC 33's Talia Samelian is now at the scene with the very latest. And Talia, you have a witness who was in a theater nearby when that shooting took place.
Deidre, I'm still outside of the movie theater, the Grand 16 Theater, where the shooting happened last night. In just a few minutes, I think about maybe 20 minutes, we're going to hear from local and state police. They're going to hold a press conference and get some of those questions we have answered. At this point, we know they have the identity of the shooter, which they haven't released. They're trying to get a hold of that person's family, friends, trying to figure out what his motive was, why he came here and shot all of these moviegoers. At this point, it's unclear if he had any connection to his victims. We do know that he has ties to other states. We've got witness here, Jacob Broussard. He's going to come in and kind of answer some of our questions, describe what happened last night. Jacob, you told us that you were across the hall from where the shooting happened. Can you describe the situations? Walk us through it. What did you hear? What did you see?
Okay, well, we were in the movies. Our movie had started about 7:15, and 5-10 minutes into the movies, the lights come on in the movie and the sirens going off, telling everybody in our theater to get to the exit as quickly as possible. And
at what point did you realize something terrible was happening?
Well, initially, in the theater, nobody in my theater really panicked. We didn't know. You don't come to movies thinking there's going to be a gunman, people shooting people. But when we got outside and you saw the cop cars here, it was unreal. I've never seen that.
How quickly were the cops there? Did you see that immediately when you walked out?
Immediately when I walked out. We walked out this side door over here, and there was a cop going around with his sirens on and his loudspeaker on, saying, "Clear the parking lot, get away from this area as quickly as you can."
And tell us about the victims. Did you see people running out screaming? Did you see people with blood or any wounds?
Well, by the time we got around, there was a woman that had been shot who had supposedly, she had been dragged out of the theater. She was the one that actually pulled the fire alarm, I believe. And she was laying on the ground in the front of the theater with, she had a gunshot wound to her leg, I believe. And I mean, we could see the blood all over her. People were tending to her. They had blood on them. It was a crazy experience.
And how are you feeling now after all of this happened? I know it's very emotional, intense. You're going around, you're talking about this, but how do you feel?
I'm fine. I'm just thankful that I'm here. I could have been in that theater, and my hearts and prayers go out to everybody who was injured and everybody who was hurt, and all those families out there that were injured.
How do you feel about the movies now? Will you come back to this theater or any other theater and see a movie in the near future?
Nowhere in the near future. I don't think so. I don't plan on it. No, ma'am.
Has this really upset your sense of security, especially in such a public place? You come to the movies, you're here to have fun. Trainwreck, what movie were you in, actually?
I was watching Southpaw across the hall.
Were you able to hear those gunshots above that movie?
We actually heard a couple. We didn't know it was gunshots. We heard like pops, it's the faint sounds outside of the theater. And actually, while we're in the theater, now that you think about it, during the movie before the sirens come on, we heard a couple loud noises. We figured it was just our movie.
Do it again. What does it sound like?
It's just like this faint pops. Like we were walking outside the theater, and one of my friends looked at me and said, "Dude, what was that?" And we get around, and yeah, there's definitely a gunman inside, and we were like, "No way."
So again, your sense of security. Will you come back to the movies? Or no, I'm sorry. Has it just rattled you for such public places for this to happen?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely rattled me. I mean, you never think something like this can come to your city. You see this stuff on, the news all the time, and, that's just stuff that's never going to happen to you. The fact that it happened to us last night is crazy.
It is absolutely crazy. Well, thank you for talking to us. We really appreciate it. Hopefully soon we can get some of the questions we have answered. Local and state police are going to have a press conference soon, so please stay tuned. Live in Lafayette, I'm Talia Samelian, NBC 33 News.